Welcome back to Luxury Reviews. Today we're putting the 2026 Daihatsu Taft 4x4 under the microscope, the tiny, boxy K-style crossover that's trying to be both a city companion and a proper little off-roader. I spent time with the car, checked its spec sheet, and drove it in town and on some rough tracks to see how much capability Daihatsu has squeezed into this compact package. Here's everything you need to know, straight, honest, and ready for your next upload. First impressions, the Taft 4x4 looks cheeky and purposeful. The squared-off silhouette, upright greenhouse, and simple geometric surfaces give it a confident, utilitarian vibe, like a grown-up toy that doesn't take itself too seriously. Styling cues like pronounced wheel arches, short overhangs, and a tall ride height telegraph capability before you even open the door. The cabin keeps that practical theme. Upright seating, large windows for visibility, and a clean, minimal dash layout that prioritizes function over frills. Under the skin, the Taft stays true to K-car roots. It's compact but cleverly packaged. The 2026 4x4 variant is offered with Daihatsu's 658cc KF Series 3-cylinder engine. Output depends on tune. Naturally aspirated Taft models make around 50 to 52 PS, while the turbo intercooled variants push that up into the low 60s PS range with roughly 100 to 140 Nm of torque depending on market and tune. Transmission duties are handled by a CVT and DCVT in some turbo variants, and the 4x4 system gives the Taft genuine traction for light off-road work and slippery conditions rather than just cosmetic lift. Those small but eager numbers are typical for this class. Don't expect highway blasting performance, but do expect surprising agility and efficiency around town. Dimensions and practicality are where the Taft shines for everyday owners. It's short on length, comfortably in K-car territory, but the tall roof and clever interior packaging mean headroom is excellent and the rear seats fold and tumble to give a useful load floor. Boot space isn't huge, but the Taft's modularity makes it flexible. Shopping runs, weekend camping gear, or a couple of mountain bikes with the rear seats folded work fine. Ground clearance is reasonable for rougher country roads and trail entries, and the simple ladder-like approach makes maintenance and durability easier in remote areas. If you're coming from a full-size SUV, the Taft will feel tiny, but for many buyers it's precisely that compact scale that's the selling point. On the inside, the materials are pragmatic. Hard plastics in high-touch areas, user-friendly controls, and an infotainment screen that supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on better-equipped trims. Climate controls are chunky and intuitive, and the seating is tuned more for comfort and visibility than sporty bolstering. Safety tech is solid for a small car. Expect Daihatsu's Smart Assist systems, which include stereo camera-based collision mitigation, pedestrian detection, lane-keeping aids on some trims, and a suite of active safety assists designed to make city driving less stressful. For buyers in markets where safety packages are prioritized, the Taft can be optioned to include many modern assists despite its small size. Driving the Taft 4x4 around town is a delight if you enjoy light, nimble cars. The steering is precise and light, parking is effortless, and the short wheelbase makes U-turns and tight lanes trivial. The CVT keeps revs manageable, and turbo variants deliver a pleasantly punchy mid-range for merging and hill climbs, again, relative to the K-class. Fuel economy is one of the Taft's real strengths. Real-world figures commonly sit in the high teens km/liter range depending on driving style and whether you're in the NA or turbo model, so running costs are low compared to larger crossovers. If your daily commute is congested city streets, the Taft rewards with low fuel bills and easy parking. But what about off-road? This is where the 4x4 badge matters. The Taft's 4x4 system isn't trying to compete with full-size off-roaders. Instead, it converts the Taft into a confident pathfinder for dirt tracks, gravel, muddy farm roads, and beach access. Short overhangs, decent approach departure angles, and selectable drive modes on some versions let you negotiate steep rutted tracks and slippery inclines with confidence. The limited weight and compact footprint are advantages off-road. It's harder to get high-centered, and the small turning circle helps when threading through trees or reversing out of tight trails. Do not expect rock crawling capability on heavy obstacles. Use it for light to moderate adventure, not extreme four-wheel challenges. Ride comfort is intentionally tuned toward compliance. Suspension soaks up potholes and rough surfaces better than its size suggests, though there is body roll when you push hard into corners, again, not a sports car. Wind noise stays under control at moderate speeds thanks to the short frontal area, but long highway runs at sustained high speed expose the limits of a K-car engine. Turbo helps, but the Taft is happiest at urban and suburban velocities. NVH is acceptable. You'll hear mechanical buzz more than you would in premium SUVs, but that's expected for the segment and price point. Ownership and running costs are a major part of the Taft's appeal. Parts are inexpensive, fuel economy is strong, and service intervals are conservative. Insurance and tax advantages apply in markets that treat K-cars favorably. If you live in a dense city or an area with narrow roads and unpredictable surfaces, the Taft's low footprint, 4x4 traction, and low operating cost make a convincing case. Conversely, if you need long-distance high-speed cruising or heavy towing, this isn't the car for you. Who is the Taft 4x4 for? It's for buyers who want a capable, economical small SUV that can double as a weekend adventurer. Think young families in need of a practical second car, city dwellers who like the idea of occasional off-road weekends, or rural drivers who need a nimble, reliable vehicle that handles mud tracks and snow without the penalties of a big truck. It's also an appealing lifestyle purchase. The Taft's quirky styling and color choices let owners personalize and stand out without a huge budget. Final verdict. The 2026 Daihatsu Taft 4x4 is a well-executed idea, a compact, affordable, and surprisingly capable package that bridges the gap between city cars and light off-roaders. It doesn't pretend to be a full-size SUV, but for what it is, Daihatsu delivers a highly usable, efficient, and characterful vehicle that earns its place on driveways and adventure trails alike. If you value practicality, low running costs, and the ability to get off the beaten path now and then, the Taft 4x4 deserves a serious look. If you enjoyed this review, hit like, subscribe to Luxury Reviews, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next full-length test drive. Drop your questions about the Taft below, I'll answer what I can, and tell me what car you want to see next. Thanks for watching.